Guys, take a look at this. You can blow the dust off it. That's how often I have to print CDs like this. As an assistant, I was doing a daily. I'd print 3 CDs to every mastering session, an archive, a reference, and a glass master. Now we don't do that. There's technology. We advance, we evolve, and 2021, we've made it. We evolved through 2020, and the way I'm mastering has changed. It's actually changed because of many things, but I'm going to go through them today. I'm going to tell you what's changed in my workflow, not necessarily the EQ, the compression, how I'm manipulating things, but things I'm considering, trends that are happening in the market that as a mastering engineer, I have a responsibility to my clients, and people in the audio industry, people in the music industry have a responsibility to one another to understand these things. So the first thing that is just a given is that there was always an upward sort of trend to the democratization of the music industry. People were doing more stuff themselves. 2020, stuck at home, can't go to a studio. More people are doing majority of the process up until mastering on their own, which means me as a mastering engineer, I have to be more on my game. Not that I ever slacked off, but instead of just waiting until they finish the mix to send it off to me, now, more than ever, especially with people doing a DIY at home, I'm actually getting them to send it to me while they're in their last 5-10% of finishing up those mixes, because I see it as my responsibility for them to help them get the most out of their mix so I can do the best with their master. And if I just wait until they finish the mix and then give them notes, I might be shortchanging them a little bit. So now, in 2021, throughout 2020, I sort of moved to this model where nothing gets put in my calendar until I hear a mix, I give them feedback, I help them, I sign off on it, and we can move forward. Another big trend, and I don't really think this is talked about a whole great deal, is the way masters are translating on social media. Now, yes, we've had to deal with digital streaming, and that hasn't been the best of quality. But social media, TikTok, Instagram, their streaming qualities take the cake on crap. So, iZotope Ozone Codec, loading that up, listening to the masters at really low bit rates, and making sure that none of the overs, none of the digital ceilings, the way things are getting pushed and compressed, and the way it translates into lower bit rates doesn't completely destroy the audio. That is something I've had to be really conscious of, super conscious of, because I owe it to my clients that not only now do the masters have to sound great anywhere somebody can listen to them, the new place people listen to it is TikTok, and if you're streaming at 64 kilobits per second bitrate, it has to sound good at that. So that's just something that as a mastering engineer in 2021, we strongly have to take into consideration. And this last trend I've noticed in 2021, or moving into 2021 off 2020, is a unique sound. People are developing their own unique sounds and tones, more so than when I used to pretty much every day get the request, I want this to be commercial and loud. Now people are saying, these are unique textures, this is my unique style, how can we embrace this in mastering? And as a mastering engineer, for me, that is music to my ears, in a literal sense as well, because I have to, as a mastering engineer, embrace that, and I love embracing that because it's why I got into this. So that's it, that arc from 2020 to 2021, me mastering, how I've changed. I want to hear from you guys. What's changed for you in 2021 with the way you're approaching your music, your production, your mixes, your masters? Leave a comment in the section below. Like, share, and subscribe, and until next time.